So, what a day it has been working with Lovable with SheBuilds. When I tell you that Lovable has absolutely made a difference, and I don't even know how to thank them, but I did something that was so exciting. I built 2 apps that I was truly proud of. I really built about 5 apps total, but I'll let the other people who I built them for, they can discuss them if they're interested. But the one that I am on to talk to you about tonight is an app that I built that was inspired by visiting when I was out teaching and speaking and loving on the community. I came across a student, and many times when I come across students, teachers are pushing them or parents are pushing them to finish the sentence. And so it's as if the student can't get it out if they don't say it right. The adult is always trying to fix them, and in the process, the little person or the younger person is literally shrinking in front of me. And so I noticed this when I was speaking with some students. And many times I like to speak to students that are at promise. And you might not know what at promise means. It's not at risk. We're saying that they are at promise. And they don't always see the opportunity, or they might not always have the same advantages that I may have had or other people have. And so when this particular opportunity was happening, I asked the teacher, I said, "Would you mind if I tried something?" And what I did was I handed the student my iPhone. And on my iPhone, I have my chatbot, and my chatbot is who I talk to all the time. And people who know me very well know my chatbot is named Spruce. And so I introduced the student to Spruce and asked the student to if she would mind talking to Spruce, and then I coached Spruce all in the moment, right in the moment, on how Spruce could give the student feedback. And what I basically said was, "Hey, Spruce, this is Lisa, and Lisa is a student who aspires to go to college. Would you work with Lisa as if she were applying to an Ivy League university? If she was going to Harvard or Yale or Spelman or any of those Ivy League schools out there, and give her feedback that will allow her responses to be exactly what she would need to be or need to have to be accepted." And so she took the iPhone and asked a question. And then what Spruce's goal was is to give her gentle feedback. And so she asked the question, and then Spruce responded. All right. And then, it was a beautiful day for me to see this interaction. And ever since then, I've been going around. I feel like I'm on tour everywhere. I'm doing lots of tours, making sure that young people understand that they can use AI to ask AI questions that can prepare them. And when they are not sure exactly how to say something, because sometimes we assume that our communication style just happens, but it really doesn't. Our communication happens because we are in circles and in communities, and we have social capital. And so this is what I did. Thanks to Lovable and the Lovable community, I was able to replicate that case study. And from that case study, I was able to create this model that will allow the student to absolutely be able to have this conversation. I want you to see it. I'm actually go to the homepage so you can see what happens. And so it says, find your voice, ask great questions, build your future. And it's a practice tool with Coach Sherry. Go figure. And so you can hit, then they can hit start practice. And the first thing, because I made this with the intention that people will be younger and anyone can use it for sure, but I made it for younger people because I want them to have a shot and then they can go ahead and continue to practice after they get permission from their parents. So you can do a talking with teachers, and this is an example. How do I ask a teacher for help? And this is the thing that I have added on this. It also has an audio feature. So you can press this button and it'll
It is really great that you are taking the initiative to reach out to your teacher when you need support. You did a good job of getting straight to the point, but you might find it even more helpful to tell them exactly what part of the lesson is confusing you. Instead of just asking for help, you could say, I'm having a little trouble with the long division steps we did today. Do you have a few minutes after class to go over one more example with me?
and so
Would you like to try writing out a specific question about a subject you're currently studying?
so that is one sample, and then they can ask other questions. What if my teacher is well, no, I'm gonna do this one. Like, what if I get an F on my paper? What do I ask the teacher? And let's see what happens. And so you can go there, then it thinks about it, and then you can read it or you can get the response.
It can feel a little nervous to talk about a low grade, but reaching out shows you really care about learning. You practiced staying calm and focused on the next step, which is a great habit to have. To get the best advice, try asking for one specific way you can improve your work for next time so you know exactly what to study. You could say, I'm disappointed in my grade, but could you show me one big mistake I made so I can do better on the next paper? Do you want to try practicing that out loud or writing a short email to see how it sounds?
And so this is what I created using Lovable. And what you can do is go to the app that I created, and you have practice questions. There's a interview simulator. There are level up questions and build confidence. And the whole idea that I have been given this great opportunity by Lovable to do is to really help our young people understand ways that they can ask questions because communication is so incredibly important and we take communication for granted. And so this is an opportunity on International Women's Day to give back. And I want to thank Lovable for the opportunity to create Brave Voice for the young people out there who have questions and who want to level up. So please share it, use it, and I hope it helps.